Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Step into the Portal. Boy, it's freezing, Kathy. What would you say? Whew. It's feeling frosty around here. Whew. Actually, no lie, though. It went from, 70 degrees on Saturday to 25 degrees this morning. Mm-hmm. So there's that. Howdy, everybody. My name is the Brandt. Welcome to Step into the Portal, where we have reached 1,000 subscribers. Woo! So thank you, everybody, for watching. This is
Kathy.
All right. And we are excited to unbox Frosthaven and hopefully start sorting our components and whatnot. So, Kathy, you played Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. What do you think about Gloomhaven?
I love how you're building a character. I love that you don't
have to do a review. I literally meant, do you like Gloomhaven?
Yes, I do.
You can talk through whatever you want, but we can do that as we're opening. I loved it, though. Sometimes when I'm asked you to review, you're like, it was good. Well, and this time you were ready to go with all the things.
A lot of times that I like to pick my one character for a game and always play that. And I didn't think I would like that from Gloomhaven, but I loved finishing a character and starting a new one and seeing what happens. So.
It's weird. It's not a mechanism, but it's so innovative, right? The idea that someone could get you to want to get rid of your character in a campaign game.
Right.
I hope my character retires.
So exciting.
I know.
You don't know what's coming.
Open all these new things and the variety. So there's that. Thank you to Cephalofair Games, kind of friends of our channel here. Isaac, Price, Chris. I know there's others over there. Those are the three that I can think off the top of my head. They sent us this copy for review, preview, etc., everything. So there is kind of an embargo. So we're not supposed to play anything or do anything. We're not supposed to spoil anything. So we're going to unbox everything here. Depending on your level of spoil, you may feel a little different. We're going to, open the box. We're going to try to sort the tokens out. We're not going to read cards to you. We're not going to, open the characters that aren't supposed to be opened, obviously, and all those kind of things. It's certainly not the kind of spoiling we're going into. But, if you don't want to know that there are cards in the game, then that is something that we're going to kind of to show off. And anything that's just kind of basically right there. But like I said, we won't read any cards or things like that. We didn't finish Gloomhaven.
No.
We got real darned close. We've done 70 missions. We've done 70. I started this accent that I did with the derned. We done gone 70 missions scenarios. And we didn't beat it because we weren't on the path for victory. And then we went back to play few months ago, 6 months ago or so, and we got stuck on one escort quest.
Yeah.
So we never quite got there. But that's a weird part about Gloomhaven is it doesn't feel like something because I didn't finish it. It's not complete or a complete experience. It's so fun to get your character. It's so fun to play whatever mission they have that I don't get a sense of satisfaction from the story completing.
Right. Well, we also did a bunch of side things for our personal missions. I don't remember what those are called.
I think it's a personal quest. I think you're right.
Yeah, for our personal quest. So we kind of got a little sidetracked from the main storyline too.
Yeah, so we'll have to cruise there. But honestly, I'm happy to jump into this and just get Gloomhaven in this sense. And I can go back to that when I want to. We have Jaws of the Lion with our daughter, who knows if she'll ever finish it with us. Games are not her number one, and it's a thinky game, so we'll go from there. Good morning, Silverfear. Good morning, Brian. Thanks for joining us. Anybody else, feel free to say hello. Looks like there's just a few people at the moment. So, yeah, I think we'll just go down to the table. If it ever makes sense to come up to this camera. Oh, wait, we did it backwards. Oh, my gosh. I had this camera on the whole time.
Oh, really?
And not the one on us.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Good morning, everybody. I'm the Brandt, in case you got confused. And you can see the box here, actually. This is what I was thinking. Sometimes I get confused on that and have the wrong camera up. So yeah, you can see the box and whatnot. It's a little bit taller. Gloomhaven stood to about here, but basically it's the same size otherwise and whatnot. So, all right, now we can push this thing.
But it comes with
to the center.
Trays.
I know, Kathy's so excited for that. So, want to do the honors?
Sure.
Don't hit the camera up there.
I know. I'm afraid it's going to shoot up.
You can take that and put it over there. Woo! All right. Frosthaven is officially unbox, and then we're going to hope to sort through these. So there you go, Kath. Take those out.
I have to say, though, I loved this.
We have opened it. As you can see, the plastic isn't
It's
on
like,
it.
stop. Read this before you do anything else. There's a lot in here.
Yeah, it's telling you everything that's in here. Punch boards, flow charts. So they've definitely upped their game from Gloomhaven. So if you got Gloomhaven and thought it was a little... Gloomhaven was a passion project, right? I mean, Isaac wanted to make something, and it obviously hit, right, for people and whatnot. But it clearly had its, like, here's one person trying to make a Kickstarter and whatnot. Now, Frosthaven has been combed over. The rules have been updated. I've actually read through this rule book, most of it. And they've got all that kind of stuff in there. So if you've played before, then they give you these little snowflakes that say, this is what's different from Gloomhaven. And they do that to a certain point in the book, and then they say, okay, everything from here is different.
Oh.
So they do that kind of thing. They also give you like a tutorial, like a mission 0, and then a mission 1 if you've played Gloomhaven before. I think we'll do the mission 0 because we're going to film it for people, right?
Sure.
So help people see that. Yeah, this is kind of going through what's in the box and what you're going to see and all the different components and how... Oh, there's your thing. Kathy's going to sort all that. We're going to sort it live.
I hit my mic. Sorry about that.
And then you can see, I assume there's 17 classes. That was in the previous one and whatnot. And then it's just talking through all the cards. And then here's the part, right? Here's how to put it back in the box. So that's kind of cool. All right. What do you got there for trays?
Oh, it's a tray within a tray.
There, we can move that to the side. Or you can put it up on top of it.
There's this lower tray with different spots.
But it stays that size.
One. Yeah.
Right? That tray
fits,
stores
like,
in there.
right in it.
Oh, you got to be a little closer here.
Yeah.
People couldn't see that. Nice.
So that is nice.
Cool. This is a book of secrets and puzzles, and it's sealed, so no worries there on spoiling that. I should show... Let's check out in the rule book here. So it shows the 6 starter classes, which, like in the campaign and everything, right? They're going to tell you the starter classes. You've got a rule book here. There's a new thing called inspiration that you can gain, and you can spend inspiration. It's almost like a wild resource, because the big new thing in Frosthaven is that the town is tiny, and you're developing the town. So you're gathering resources to build the town. Like, do you want a blacksmith shop, or do you want a tavern, right? And you kind of decide what you're going to do. I don't even know the examples, because I Not out of not wanting to know, but just not out of paying attention for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got for classes here, Kath? What looks interesting to you?
Oh, I like how... I don't know if they did this for Gloomhaven, but how it says the complexity of the character.
Right. Well, that'd be helpful. Like if we played with Zephyra,
we'd give
her a low complexity character.
A banner spear, a drifter, bone shaper, death walker, blink blade, and Geminate.
So yeah, the lady at their booth, and gosh, I can't remember her name. She's one I feel bad about because I've talked to her so many times. She always dressed up as the Geminate. So she had like a costume with the 2 heads on it and everything. It was pretty cool. She did a couple of them. This Blink Blade looks super interesting to me. Powerful melee fighter who's able to quickly zip in and out of combat.
I like the Geminate one, switching between melee and ranged.
Yeah, that's cool. Like 2 different forms. This drifter could be cool too. So that's what you see there. We won't delve further into the rule book. I mean, it's rules, and people will get there as they get there, and we'll get there as we go through. But I thought seeing those starting classes was cool. Rado did a really good unboxing. He actually had the audience vote, and then they opened the Blink Blade. So if you're interested in seeing like what's inside, that's what he had everybody do. So, all right, there's kind of 2 scenario books this time. So there's a section book. So this is all the reading.
Okay.
And then there's a scenario book, and this is all the scenarios.
Are there maps in there? Or
there are no maps, so I believe part of the Kickstarter was a book of maps for Gloomhaven. I hate being wrong and saying the wrong, and I think for Frosthaven, but it's not produced yet. So it's like a separate product that's not coming in the main box. I don't have a big problem with it. I totally get why people have problems with the tiles, but other than putting them back in the box and taking them out, if you have a table where you can have it dedicated and you just have them sorted on the side, they're pretty easy to distinguish.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing.
Right.
A table where you have it dedicated.
It's a good call. Are we going to play through a campaign on stream eventually? Yes. So we have an embargo date in December, so we can't play through. So I'm thinking we'll probably play some before then, not on camera, and then we'll either pre-record some plays that can go up after that, or we will go live and start playing whichever makes sense kind of from there. So, but yes, Kathy has agreed to play on stream because this game rocks. So, yeah, so this has all your scenarios in it and the mapping, and then this is like the reading. So throughout, that way it kind of becomes secret. Like, oh, when you open this door, go to that book, read. Mm-hmm. That's about. Also, these are 2 giant books. So like, had they included it into one, it would have been a huge thing to hold on to.
This box is very heavy.
Yeah, so yeah, Brian said, this is the biggest box I've ever seen. So no lie, this thing is 36 pounds. Which is what, like 16 kilograms or something like that, I want to say. And I carried it up those stairs, which kind of just over Kathy's shoulder, you might see a railing, and it's like stairs like this.
It's kind of like a ladder.
Yeah, it's not bad. So, but I got it up, so that's what counts there. All right, so then this is that. I mean, I guess it's a little spoilery, but again, it's just showing you what you have. So it gives you a place to retire all your characters. So if you don't know from...
Yeah, Brandt doesn't drink coffee.
Talk about your mug.
Oh, I got this yesterday. I'm so excited.
Here, wait, hold on.
Can you see it?
No, I'm going to go this.
It's the wrong camera.
Go for it. Well, it's in the corner, but...
It's an art... We went to Artopia yesterday at
Epic
a
Arts.
local theater, Epic Arts. And they had all artisans there. And someone I've known for many years does pottery.
Yeah, she came through as a student.
Yeah, and I finally got to get something from her, so I love my new mug, and I thought it looked really Frosthaven-y, too, so...
It's got trees on it.
It does. It might be hard to see. Anyway.
Nice. And it's tea, I guess.
It is tea.
And mine is soda. And mine's green, too. And we wore our sweaters.
Well, because it's cold up here.
Because it's cold, but for Frosthaven. All right. So this is kind of the scenario thing. This is just a sheet, like they had a smaller sheet, and now you can retire all your characters. I think they had the little journal you wrote it all in the back, so like they kind of give you a spot.
Their own pad, right?
And then you can see. So Larry actually already told me like he wants to play a campaign of this from the start with me. So I got to do one with you, one with him. So I'll be able to track 2 different ones on here.
He comes and we all do it
well,
together.
There is that option, so I'll have to see. And then you go through summer and winter on this one too, because the story in Frosthaven is that like it's a city way out where no one would be, and half the year it's snowed in so deep no one can get there. So now we're traveling there in the spring to get there for summer, and then I imagine we'll go through the winter. And I don't know, but that's going to be that kind of idea. So cool. All right. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, so these probably should not be shown, I guess. I guess we don't... It's not a big deal. These are stickers for new rules, I think, that come into the game. So I'm not going to really look at those, but it's not a big deal to me. And then these would be stickers for the locations in town. So again, if you don't want to be spoiled on locations, I figure the camera's kind of blurry anyway, but you can put up fortifications and things there. And then this is crazy cool. I have no idea what this is. But it's some kind of potion making or something. But the important part, there's little doors. It's like an advent calendar.
That's so fun.
So
there's herbs and other herbs.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know if this runs into spoiler for some people, but this is just what's in the box. And there's something to it, right?
That's
but
fun.
The fact that there's little doors there, I thought was really neat for that here. All right. Here's our map. Are we going to try to lay this out?
Yes. I think we should. Yeah.
It's the point of unboxing, right? We suffer so others can see. All right, what are we going to do here?
If we put all... Here, do you want the trays?
Put it in the box?
All the stuff... Oh, that's true.
I
don't know how much room we need for this, but it looks pretty big.
It's a board game. The other one was a 4-panel map. Yeah, that's not going to fit on the camera, but... we will be okay. All right, so pretty. There you go. There's the map of Frosthaven up here, and then all the locations that you can travel to. Outpost. And then the town of Frosthaven. Oh, I guess it's an outpost right now. Maybe we turned it into a town. So.
Well, yeah, because there aren't many buildings.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, we've got all these blank spaces for buildings and stickers. So yeah, this is kind of the map, the 4 panels like we had before. And then down here we've got an actual map of the outpost of Frosthaven. Not even anything there. Wow. Man, it looks so nice.
It does.
Just all the little drawings and details over here. This is funny though, because this is like, put this on a separate table, but it's so nice. I guess you could like hang this up. You could frame this when you're done, right? And you have your stickers on and everything.
That's true.
I suppose. Yeah. Anyway, but that's way up from the brown and black coloring that they had on the original map, right? So that's neat. And then to the capital is through here. So I guess we had to come through this pass. This is where all the snowdrifts were, right? And everything. So cool.
There's some interesting places: the Radiant Forest,
Crystal Fields,
Copperneck Mountains,
White Fire Woods, and then just a whole like iceberg glacier region here. Huh?
Yeah.
Copperneck, yeah, that's cool. Imperial Mountains, is that what that one is?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Fold it up. I'm going to pass this to you because you're going to be the token person.
The token person. Perfect.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, I had a lot of fun. So on Friday, I went down to New York City. Remember that, Kathy?
I do.
And I got to play Marvel Champions at a place called Hex & Co. in New York City.
Where's the little thing that says where the tokens go? Where's that? Oh, you have
it's in this.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hex & Co.
Yeah, so I got to play with Eric, who's been on the channel, and another guy named Dean, and we met up at Hex & Co. and we played a bunch of games of Marvel Champions. That was really cool. And then I got completely soaked. All right, so these are really cool. These are like telling you the path for the stickers. And on the board, I assume. So they're laid out again like an advent calendar. You open these up and see what you get. And they actually connect to each other. Oh.
Not like that.
Wait, I thought they connected.
Well, are you just holding them wrong?
I mean, maybe they go like
connect
this.
in a different way.
Well, I assumed 110 went to 111, so maybe it's like that. Who knows? So anyway, let's just get the first one here so people can see. So you're going to get your stickers. I assume the one with 0 and 1 on it. So they're going to tell you like, okay, 0 is standalone because that's going to be learn how to play, right? Mm-hmm. And then 1, you're going to open these 2 and you'll know what to put down. Okay. You don't have to kind of like remember how you had to find them all, which, you know, in the beginning was fun. And towards the end was like, I don't know if I have the right numbers, if I remembered to stick everything. And now you can actually see what they are and check everything off. He votes for a 3-player campaign. Yeah, no, that would be good. Well, the nice part too with Gloomhaven is you can sub people in and out. Like, that's true. It's not a big deal. So
we can have Larry and Zephyr share a character.
There you go. So there's those, and on the back it seems to have. Oh, it's telling you about the icons and how everything works.
That's nice.
That's cool. On those. All right, you ready?
Ready.
I can't even reach them all.
Just take out one at a time.
One at a time. There's 27 of them.
Oh, wow. Okay, maybe don't take out one at a time.
Okay. So we got all these punch boards, and this is what you get to watch now. Us punching, but I figure there's several unboxings that are up if you want to see, you know, a few details, but we got to get this organized anyway. And I don't think the punch boards are going to complain spoilers beyond here's what a tile looks like, you know? So what do you want me to do? Should I put this on the floor? Is it time?
Maybe.
Probably.
Can
right?
you? Don't hurt your back.
I don't know, actually. I don't think it fits next to me here. Alright, watch out, everything.
One Christmas, I looked up online and found directions for an insert for Gloomhaven for Brandt, and it took forever.
Yeah, I did not get it for Christmas, which was fine. You started, right? Like, even a month early or so?
I don't remember.
It wasn't too bad. It was like mid-January or something.
I don't remember that specifically. But anyway, that is why I'm very excited about
not having
the
to make
trays.
Yeah, and they have some storage solutions for other things too. I know once you dig in there, there's a bunch of baggies. I haven't gone much deeper than this. But now it's a punch party, everybody. Do you want me to just rampantly punch things, or do you want to be slow and
you
organized?
Could put things where they go.
I don't know where they go.
Well, that's what.
Do you want to be the keeper of all things where they go?
I don't know. Sure.
So if anybody has questions, feel free to ask us. Something about Gloomhaven, or just, what kind of tea are you drinking, Kathy? What kind of tea are you drinking, Kathy?
I am drinking Positive Energy.
Whoa.
And it has an Arbonne fizz stick in it, which is also energy and vitamins.
Look at you. Positive energy today. I need that after that Cowboys loss. Woof.
I actually normally do drink coffee, but
not today.
I didn't today. I wanted tea this morning. All right.
How do I know what goes where? Do you want to tell me, or?
I don't know.
Okay. What is this? Is the deeper tray?
Yeah.
So if I put it this way?
It looks like this is... Oh, well, it says it right here. 2 hex overlay tiles. So these are like the weird shaped overlay tiles.
Okay.
And then these are going to be the hex overlay tiles.
Where do the element tokens go?
Over here. So these are going to go here. Ooh, and they're nicely set up.
These are like terrain hexes? Yeah,
yeah.
You don't have to worry about the name, sorry.
And then these are going to be overlay tiles that are 1 hex size.
I guess I should let you punch your own.
It's fine.
All right. Then there's these little frozen doors or something. So yeah, when you get a map for Gloomhaven, which you'll see when we do a... you're going to need all that energy to punch all these boards. It's so true. Does it actually say how many boards it is out of how many? This just says 3 and front, so we'll see how high it goes.
It says 1 front. Okay, so these are doors.
Welcome, Mark. Did anybody back Frosthaven who's watching? I know they were, in their email, they were saying like it's one of the largest fulfillments ever to get it to everybody for like a crowdfunding board game. It is funny, right? Because sometimes people will crowdfund like a movie or I want to say CD, what do I want to... An album. And then they send it to them digitally, right?
Right.
Done. Fulfilled.
Where are we putting these?
I think here, yeah. So anyway, the way it works is that you will lay these map tiles out and they connect kind of here. And you've got these hexagonal connections. And then you'll overlay your terrain upon those. So you'll have to find the terrain. In the organizer Kathy made us for Gloomhaven, it was really nice because the terrain tiles were all organized by type. And then there was like stickers underneath them that you made that labeled, put this back here, put this back here. So honestly, probably a little more than 10 minutes, but I could have Gloomhaven set up in something like 10 minutes. And I would basically say, do you want to play Gloomhaven? And Kathy would say yes. And then I would go set it up for, later that night or whatever it was. And then it would be all ready to go. And it wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. We also didn't have a cat that would destroy it upon sight, which we do now.
We do now.
So that will be interesting.
There's some familiar tiles here and some new ones.
I just want you to know that there's a 100-point damage token.
That is
So presumably one of the classes has 100 health.
Wow.
I would imagine it's one of the bosses, but there's that. All right. I don't know where all those go.
Oh, these.
Get this out of here.
These are fun little bags.
I'm gonna put these. Oh, let's not do that, Kathy. No good. We're gonna throw those behind you.
Okay.
We're gonna put these little plastic things right here.
Okay. I know. All right. So these, I guess, go in here.
By the way, people have to look up in the corner, but this is one of the greatest things I've ever gotten. Kathy gave this to me. So I could take my phone on this little stand, and I'll just go right in the stand. Boom. And then I can either put it this way or this way, and then it's like at the right angle if I'm washing dishes, if I'm up here sorting stuff to set up, whatever it is, wherever it is. I don't have to like have it flat or lean it against something or whatever. It's amazing. I'm just going to keep punching. You're like director of tile facilities.
I'm trying to figure out where the crates go.
Yeah, are they considered generic terrain of some sort?
Maybe, or the barrels, like those seem.
It's just all that stuff going in that one bin. Because there's these like barricades. Oh, excuse me.
Well, because there's also.
What are these books?
Traps, which are different.
Are these books traps?
Oh no, those are bags.
Bags?
Yeah, it's a bag with a glowing.
Oh man.
These go here.
Okay. There's a lot of bags.
Yeah, it's all these.
I wonder if you put bags down instead of
like treasure.
Yeah, or like when enemies die.
Oh, I don't
and
see
then
coins.
There's a table. Oh, there's no coins.
So maybe the
bags
are
replace coins, and then maybe they tell you what you get.
So
it actually makes sense because remember, coins used to represent a certain number of coins.
Right.
So bags representing a certain number of coins would be a little easier.
So there's 1 hex overlay tiles that go here, but there's trap overlay tiles that go here. I don't know which is which, but it probably says somewhere. Does it say what the traps are? Well.
Well, that was 4.
I think it's these.
Kathy's like, how long are we going to be up there?
This doesn't seem very interesting to watch.
It's the camaraderie. Like people are at work or they're home and they're doing something else is the idea. And we're just warm, friendly ASMR voices for them. Or people just want to see, what it is. Or ask questions. I'm like leading the audience right now. I keep seeing things, but then you've put them away of that type. Not in a bad way. These look like traps. Those look like pit traps.
Could be.
Poison traps.
I mean, do you want to separate things by type before we put them in?
Oh, do they all generically go in the same spot?
Well, there's traps that go here, and then everything else generically goes here.
Probably not, just because we're going to punch 2 out at a time, and it'll take up a lot of space, and then we could sort them later, right?
Sure, yeah.
When they're all in there. So these hex tiles all go here, right?
Yeah.
What goes here?
Double hex.
Okay. I guess to make it more interesting, you should slide it 6 inches forward so the audience can see it.
Oh, I suppose so.
I guess sorting it where they can't see it is not going to be as interesting, right? The plastic trays came with the game. Yes, that's a very exciting part. They also, gosh, there are 2 companies they told me, and I apologize that I can't remember, that made inserts for it. I'm going to look it up since we got time. And you can get like official inserts from them, which I think they had put in the actual campaign, crowdfunding campaign.
Here, give me another thing while you're looking it up.
Okay, this is number 5. We're almost done. Okay. Yeah, fulfillment is the rest of the year and into January. So that's why they're having people wait off on coverage a little bit, make it closer to when people can do that. Retail, it's going to be $250. There's about 600 locations that are backers. I don't actually remember if we ended up backing it or if we were just going to get it through distribution, so we may have it a little bit later. Okay. Oh, so they are on the Foreteller app, so you can go on there and you can listen to the audio narration of everything, which is really neat. I did that with Madara. And Madara had some pretty long ones, like 18 minutes of reading. So while you're resetting the next one, you can listen to the story, you know,
nice.
Which is nice there, and obviously read by professionals, which is what Kathy's trying to do. Which is what Kathy's working on. Sorry. I don't know if trying to do was a negative connotation. So. Folded Space and Laser Ox are the two that made inserts. So one is a blue foam core with artwork on it, and the other is laser cut and engraved Baltic birch. So there are those two.
Do you think these are just
as well
filler tiles that they actually want us to recycle?
I think so, but we could set them to the side. And then, lastly, there is a Frosthaven app. They're working with Lucky Duck to do that. And it can replace a lot of the decks and cards, which honestly, I like all the cards and all that stuff, but I get it. I am not averse to having an app or a screen or any of that stuff. Like, we played Descent, and I thought it was great. But when they give me the option to shuffle the little decks and see the cards and think about what's there and look through the discard pile, doing that for me on a physical thing. But I've always been that way, obviously. So that. But these two plastic trays to sort these components came in the game. I can't remember Gloomhaven. It's been a while at this point. Can this move over?
Sure.
Or is that in your way? Are these generic? So now these look like wound.
Those go here.
And Arrowfoot.
Those go here.
Muscles.
Yeah, that one was in Gloomhaven. That's in Gloomhaven. Poison.
Yeah.
That one. That one.
Where do muscles go? Far left? They just go in there and come out? I can't see how they're held in there.
It's interesting. So these 6 have like a little...
Oh, they're different, huh?
They're different. So they have the beveled bottom. I don't know if that's what you would call it. And these are just a flat bottom.
Interesting. Maybe there's fewer tokens?
There must be less of these.
Where's the hand?
The hand.
Oh, I messed it up then. Those are the stunned or something. Yep. There's another word than stunned. I can't remember what it is.
And then there's a pink hand that goes here.
I have a pink hand.
Put it there.
A pipe?
A pipe?
It looks like a pipe.
Put it there.
This is other stuff? This is traps?
Traps are here. I think it's these 3. These green, that one.
Okay.
And that. That's what it looks like
this
to me.
This might not be our full and final sort. Are these 10s here? Wow, so now they gave us 1s, 3s, 10s, 20s, and 100s.
Yes. And like several hundreds, which is interesting.
Oh, there's several of the 100s?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess in 4-player it would make sense that the bosses might have more health, right?
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Trying to think of some of the other differences that I've read. It's a lot of kind of cleaning up, like they changed the iconography for 2, 3, and 4 players to make it a lot clearer. What goes where? I haven't seen any cards or anything to see what looks different. Are you okay with me passing you tokens like that and you find where they go?
That's fine. Can I have another sheet?
Yeah. Do you want to just take this one?
Sure.
Or did you want to punch these?
Nope.
All
I
right.
don't know what... Oh, are these doors?
Number 8.
I don't know what these are.
What we might have to do, Kath, is have you take these tiles and put them on the floor next to you. These icy spikes are not traps.
I really couldn't say.
I did see that, oh, and sometimes these things are two-sided. Like the doors open up and stuff. Ladders. I did see that there's like ice terrain now. And when you step on ice terrain, you have like automatic must gain +1 movement.
Oh, really?
So you slide.
Oh, I like that.
That seemed fun. I don't understand the double.
It goes sideways.
Exactly.
See, it's like a W, so it actually holds it.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah,
But I wanted it to not make sense.
I could see that.
I literally did not understand, though. As dumb as that looked. Let's see. Spartan says, I've never played the board game. The game on Steam seemed cheaper and cleaner. So, I mean, that's just going to be your mileage may vary for sure. The digital game isn't different per se, but it is different. Again, it's like you have to comb through menus to see the decks and things. And again, you're staring at a screen, which for me is not what I want to do. For sure. But again, some people are going to be different. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, if that will do all the bookkeeping and I don't have to do the bookkeeping, then I will enjoy that more. So definitely that makes sense and go that route. I don't think Frosthaven specifically is up there yet. And certainly when we started playing Gloomhaven, there was no digital implementation because Gloomhaven was like 2017 and we got it in that first wave. Mm-hmm. And then 1 came to the store. It's like one of the few times that I've bought the only copy that comes into the store. And we loved it. And I don't think the digital app was maybe 2019, maybe 2020. So there was a good solid... We probably had done 30, 40 missions by then. Yeah, I want to... What year did we go to Disney? Any ideas? Do you want to say it was 2018?
I want to say 17 or 18.
Because we sat behind Isaac at the Dice Tower Awards. That was the year that Gloomhaven won.
Oh, right.
Over and over and over. And we were sitting behind him and I was like, just be prepared to stand up a lot. You think that one's a double?
No.
No. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Spartan says, talking his wife into spending $100+ on a board game is tough to do. Yeah, I mean, at that point,
Brent
right?
knows that.
At that point, you're looking for something that either you're going to play together or it's such a value to you, like Marvel Champions over time, right? Where you're getting a lot of plays and using it for content or whatever it is. So it changes what that looks like. But certainly just saying, should we try this out for $100+? And that is why there are channels like this one where you can check it out and you could say, do you want to see this video? And see this happy couple opening it and playing it. Or just decide it's not for me. Maybe someone else will get a copy and I will play it. Do you think these bones are traps?
It looked like there were only 3 trap types.
And the bones were not traps?
I don't know.
Sorry. And the bones were not one of the 3?
I don't know.
Oh.
I really...
Okay.
There's nothing that says these are traps.
Got it.
So there were a set of, like... Because it looks like these are definitely... And these green ones. And then I had a board where there was also these all together with the other 2. So I was like, well, maybe those are all traps. So that's what I put in there.
Came out in 2017. That's what I thought. And then we went to Dice Tower Con and Orlando in 2018. And that was the year we gave away the Dice Tower Awards. Or gave out the Dice Tower Awards for the 2017 games. More pipes. Maybe they're cables. This is not all going to fit in here.
Some of them go here. And, yeah.
So check these out, Kath. These are the order tokens. But they're way bigger than in Jaws of the Lion because they were so tiny.
The Jaws of the Lion ones were tiny.
So for these, what you do is every player will have them. And then when you figure out initiative, because on your turn, you play a card. And you play it face down, then you flip it face up, and then you flip cards for each of the enemies. And then you say, okay, I'm 17, so I'll be first, lower numbers. Then the Algox Scout will go, then the Ancient Artillery, then Kathy's character goes here. And in Jaws of the Lion, they're like this big, so they're so hard. Now they made them a lot bigger, a lot more visible. So you've got all these. You're waiting on me. We might have to move to baggies for some things too, huh? Did those say put in baggies?
Doesn't say.
What is the text under it? Just
Monster says Initiative Order tokens.
Right. Nice. Well, these are going to be great. I don't know how we're going to fit Gloomhaven on this table to film it.
We might have to do some adjusting.
So I don't know if I move the camera. I think that's going to be too much. Or if we go film a couple at the portal.
That would be more likely that Larry would join us.
Yeah. So these things are up in the air. Oh, I think I found coins. Nope.
Nope. But they do go here.
Stacked nicely?
Yeah.
In order?
You don't have to put them in order. I'll go back and do that later.
Yeah, when would you justify a $100 board game? You never would.
I don't know.
I mean, Gloomhaven has been worth $100.
Probably.
Whoa, come on.
Okay, fine.
70 plays? You wouldn't consider that worth $100?
Yeah. It's hard because we have so many games.
Sure.
That is my struggle.
Well, and that's a good part of the equation, though, right? For some people, they want to have that many games. Like I was looking at couples that were going to BGG Con together. They both wanted to play the game, right? You have those, whereas you are happy to play games, but you're not seeking out games to be played.
No.
Right?
I don't know where these go. I'll just put them all in a pile.
It is interesting, too. Like, I think it's weird to some extent to be like, well, if you went to the movies with your family, it would be $100, right? And, like, that's true, but movies, even though it's a different experience, like, people want to go, you're paying for one-time things different, right?
Yeah.
A pass to Disney is $100. But this doesn't guarantee that it's a more memorable experience than something like that.
Well, and how many games do we have that we've played one time? Or see, I guess I would have to know it is a game that we really, really like and would play a lot. And then it would be worth it, I guess.
Which is my job, right?
Yeah.
The job of this channel. It's not me solely, obviously. You're on here. and Brian and Steve were showing off things with Champions, although Champions is a little bit different from please try this game to like kind of, join us for this experience. I think we're going to need baggies at this point. So do you think these should go on the floor? Sorry, I'm thinking these should go on the floor next to you now.
What?
These tiles? Do you have space over there?
Yes.
I mean, we could lay this box flat and put them in here.
I could move them up to here.
Yeah, they're all wonky. I guess I need help with figuring out where... Are these all tokens that don't go anywhere? That are homeless?
So far. Are there more trays underneath?
No, there's baggies.
Okay.
So the monsters are going to go in baggies.
Got it.
Is what's going to happen next. And I'm wondering at what point I should stop punching. Okay, look at... I can get the rest of these.
These seem, just from a quick glance, a little bit less gruesome.
Okay.
Than Gloomhaven.
Jaws of the Lion was particularly gruesome.
Jaws of the Lion was much... We actually had to stop reading the story with Zephyra.
Yeah.
Who
is particularly sensitive.
Well, yeah.
I
didn't like it either.
Right. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I don't think it's anything like...
It's not like scary.
Over
but
the
it
top.
Was like
but it was,
bloody.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how this...
In average, for each scenario, how many tiles are in play? You want to say like 6?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 6. Is what I would say. I mean, it depends because you'll see some smaller tiles, but usually you're doing like a hallway with a hallway off it, with a big room at the beginning and the end, and then maybe there's like a little room off to the side, so that sounds like about 5.
And then some of them are like long and spreading, and some of them are more concentrated too. So
yeah, it'll be interesting because you can see that's the end of the table. Kathy's hand is on the end of the table, and my soda is on the end of the table here. So this is all the space we have with this. The camera can go up, but the table can't get any bigger.
That's true.
So we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do or how we're gonna.
If we had like side tables for all our character stuff, maybe.
Yeah, we could get trays or something, or buy a bigger table. That was a joke.
I know.
All right, so these are the ones that are left over. And I can show this to people, but this is just baggies. So maybe this is the best place to go next. A bag of baggies.
That is a lot.
And then we could bag all these, do you think just individually? I think.
Probably.
Oh, and these have to go with them.
Oh, that makes sense. That's all monsters? And boards? Tiles?
I would say yes.
Tiles. That feels like more tiles than Gloomhaven.
It does feel... There were some smaller tiles in Gloomhaven. We haven't gotten to small tiles yet. But it does feel like a few more.
Well,
the artwork is also crisper.
Yeah.
Right? For whatever that means. It's a little bit clearer. It's a little more distinct. Like they have a definite barrel. They have some objects as opposed to...
Again, seems like there's less blood stains. Which I appreciate.
Oh, yeah, they give you a diagram for the storage. Yes. No, that's great. And then we'll have to build... Oh, are you saying we better build one of the maps? Or is he saying we better build...
A table, maybe?
Oh, build a table, yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right.
Do you think we're done with these trays?
Yeah, maybe we can set those aside.
Do you have the covers?
Yeah, right there. Sorry, this piece is falling.
Got it.
So I'm holding these kind of...
So, I like how this fits right in there. Although I gotta...
What's sticking up? Those pieces?
I think these just need to be more angled. Maybe? Or maybe I have it upside down. I'm sure there's...
Oh, that's why one side is probably beveled and the other side isn't?
Oh, maybe.
To fit over those?
We'll figure it out.
So we got a little work to do. I'm sure it's not bad.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, that's there.
So now we're coming here. Baggies. Wow. You bet your baggie there's baggies. How many baggies is that?
This looks like a landfish.
Landfish. Wow. That's a lot of baggies, Kathy.
It does.
So we'll take one of these baggies. This is what they did in Jaws of the Lion. Oh my gosh. I have to know what the names of all these are.
Is there a guide?
So there's a glossary. There's an index, like a "you'll be spoiled if you look here" index in the back of the rule book, which is now buried there.
I'm sorry.
I'm still laughing at your, how long will we be up there? So should I bag these things for now to get them out of our way? I just feel like I have a lot of things on the table that are in the way. But maybe that's just me being particular. Build a table, yeah.
But look, there's 2 more trays.
Well, that's the bottom tray.
But those are holding like cards and...
Is there any space for other things?
No. Where do the monsters go?
Do you want me to take this tray out and bring it up?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Ah, now I broke it. Whoa.
Oh.
So there's one of the trays.
So monsters must go in there. I don't know.
We got 4 dials.
There isn't a picture for that. Oh, yeah, there is. You.
Where do you go? Oh my gosh. Kathy.
What?
There's like 20 envelopes to open. Look at this. 21 envelopes.
Whoa.
Of secret stuff. 24,
No.
37. Well, maybe I'm not supposed to show the numbers.
Wow.
Wow. So yeah, there's a lot of envelopes. So I think the other one had...
Those are building
few.
envelopes.
The other one, it was like they were just lettered. So it was like A, B, X. There was like 3 or 4 envelopes. So those are all there.
So monster stat cards and stat sleeves.
So we do have this. We could line up their pictures with their stat card.
Oh, there you go.
But we would start showing off some of the things. Like the bosses and stuff. So we'll have to try to avoid that, right? And then there's miniatures here. So here I'll try to show off. This should be the banner sphere. So the banner sphere is going to come in a thing like this. Do you have... Oh, you don't have the rule book. I wanted to make sure and I could open this, but I'm not going to open it if I don't know. Oh, actually, they're probably sealed, right? No. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, maybe that's one of the starters. Yeah, look at that's cool. So this is a starting character, so it has no seal. But this one's not, so it has a seal. So you know you're getting into trouble. If you start to open that. So we've got 6 characters here. So each of these has... each of these has its own little thing. I can open one of these, right? Am I getting too much fun and not enough work?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
I want to open one.
All right.
Although they'll like it better.
They'll like it better?
The people watching.
If I open it? Oh, now? No. They can stay tuned.
I tried.
All right. So, here's what we have here. These dials are going to fit down here with the monsters.
Just bag things by what they look like, and we'll
then we
put
can
the
find the other
names
thing
in
later.
after.
Okay. Sounds good.
I like.
Let's do this while we have all this out.
I like these way better.
So much better. That was the...
Yeah. That's fine.
Tell us all about it.
The little tippy trackers that didn't stay in place.
Yeah, originally the player boards had little slots you punched out and you moved wooden tokens along, and they didn't stay at all. And then in the second edition, they went to these, and we didn't have them, so we have these from Jaws of the Lion that we have to go get. But these are just dials, and they're pre-made, so you don't have to make the dials, which is nice. And those are in the bottom insert. I don't think I'm going to bring this whole box up again.
No.
So the other thing you're going to see here are miniatures. This is Larry. Should I take the phone call?
No.
I'm going to tell him we're streaming. All right.
Yes, you have to watch to the end to get secrets.
No secrets. I'm not allowed to.
Fun stuff. All right, this is in the way, so we should either do something with it or move it.
Okay. So there's all these cards. I don't think opening these really matters to people. But these are going to be the movement cards for the various enemies. That just says boss, so it's generic. And that just kind of shows you... I don't think I can... So that can show you kind of the movement. The camera gets blurry because it's not... It doesn't auto-focus. But it gives you what the activation will be for the enemy. And then these are going to be items. That's so many items. Also, you can take your shop, which is weird, but it says you can take your cards from Gloomhaven. Oh, I think it's just the starting ones, because you could, as though you bought items
in Gloomhaven to bring with you.
That's fun. I don't know. Maybe that's considered spoiler, but
I don't think so.
Bases, which are way better too. The other bases didn't work well. These bases work really well. New thing is they have red bases for bosses.
Oh. How do you know they work well? Oh, you demoed it?
Well, that for sure. But they were in the other one. They were in
Oh, they're the same. Got it.
Yeah, a lot of this is related to Jaws.
Oh, yeah, because the Gloomhaven ones kind of ripped it, right? Or like...
So these cards are going to be super spoiler. These are going to be winter and summer cards. So even for us, and more winter and summer cards. So there's road events, and then there's like town events. There's a whole town phase now that happens. And then these are going to be special items. And these are going to be... That's probably a deck. Oh, these cards are really light. Why are these cards so light?
Oh, they are. It feels
Maybe they
like
just
an
made
empty
them out
box.
of something different?
Maybe. That's fun.
So these are going to be, you have your because you're all mercenaries, so you have your own goal that you're not supposed to tell anybody, which is kind of a fun part. Yeah, these cards don't look relevant. These are going to be your cards, so when you fight something, you flip over a card, then you add or subtract. So instead of a die, you have a card or a deck. But what's so cool is it's not like 1 through 6, you roll a die. It's like a modifier, and you adjust your deck. People probably have seen some of that, but that would be the idea. All right, so I will get rid of this now. Down here are the miniatures. We have to show a miniature off.
We'll get the one that we're going to do at the end.
Well, I know, but I'm saying this is going to go in there.
Oh.
And then I have to take it out again.
Just put it to the side. Don't put it on top.
There is no to the side.
I know.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Nope. Maybe it'll fit on top. Okay, that'll work. Whew. Dividers. And then this is an enemy placard, so these are two-sided. And you can spin them to the level of difficulty that you want to face. It has like a standard level of difficulty. As you level up, the characters, the enemies level up. How do we know if there's 6 or 8 of them, though?
We find out. But you can start putting them in baggies and just leave them on the table. Done. And then if we end up with more...
I'm going to assume 6 for a lot of the bigger ones. What was I saying? Oh, so these will tell you how much health the enemies have, how much they attack for, what their movement values are, all those kind of things. Am I not sealing these then?
Yeah. This is a scary pyramid. I like renaming.
Scary pyramid. This is what you get when you get a live unboxing, right? You get to watch the punching, like the unedited version.
I feel like we're getting there, but we're on 20 of 27. I suppose we're getting there.
I mean, I guess seeing some of these is spoiler, right?
The monsters?
Yeah.
I don't think it's spoiler.
I don't think it's enough to...
Just what it looks like. You don't know what it's gonna do. Probably fight you.
Number. So these would be the bosses. That thing's cool. Good old multi-armed skeleton.
There's some water things, which makes sense for the map.
Is Sword and Sorcery the one from Ares? If it is, then yes, we have played it.
It sounds familiar.
I love it. Then I played with Brian and Kathy. They were not into it. I think I got Kathy to play it one more time with me. I like that game because it was pretty good pace. Like, I like dungeon crawls that you can finish in like an hour, not 6 hours. This with 4 players definitely pushes up there, so this might not be fitting in that category, but we tend to play with 2. Polar bears.
Mm-hmm. There's actually one that says polar bear, and I have a good feeling that it goes with that one.
You don't want to make any mistakes, though.
I'm not going to assume. It's just strong feelings.
So, yes, I played Sword and Sorcery, right? It kind of has a lot of, in the writing, it has a lot of references to other pop culture stuff, if I remember correctly. I love that. Yeah, that dice system and the way you can mitigate in that one was really cool. I think it's like D10s.
These guys were in Gloomhaven.
Yeah. Savas or something like that.
Couldn't tell you.
These should have gone in that other box.
I know, it's just, yeah.
I think there's only 6 skeletons. I feel like there's going to be a ton more of these oozes.
Probably.
I can't believe they brought the oozes back. They're much...
And these guys, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know what to bag up. Like, there's only 3 of these, so are we going to get more of them? Oh,
well,
wait,
you can
here's
still...
more.
Although, you might end up double bagging if you...
Yeah.
There's a lot of these.
Do we get more of these ones?
There's a bunch of water things.
Seems cold for water.
This is the, like, sunniest thing that's ever happened.
Yeah, there's just like a little bit of sunset or like behind it.
It's so bright.
May your days be merry and bright.
I'll feel bad if we have to kill polar bears.
Yep. Yep.
They're endangered.
I mean, they're trying to bite you.
I know, but...
They're endangered. Maybe they aren't in this world.
Well, maybe they're like an invasive species.
What is the name of the world in Gloomhaven? It's one of those ones that somebody tells me, I'll be like, of course. But I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I don't know.
I just think of it as Gloomhaven, even though that's the city. They really like Haven. I wonder if they have a Haven.
Well, maybe it's such a scary world that all the cities are like, don't worry, this is a haven.
Maybe it's Connecticut, because we have New Haven.
We do. Maybe New Haven is where people came who emigrated from
Frosthaven?
Frosthaven or Gloomhaven.
There you go. Yeah, that's no joke, looking through 27 punch boards to make sure you didn't miss a token.
At least these are a little bigger.
I don't see any more polar bears. I'm assuming it's just 4. Let's see what numbers we got. 1,
This
2, 3,
guy's
4.
interesting.
Ooh, that might have been a lightning eel. I know, he's like a spinning, flaming top or something. It's like the blade
like a ball
on
with swords.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking it was like the blade on the blender.
Oh, it's totally like that food processor.
Yeah.
That's the food processor guy. What's that?
Gloomhaven World.
This guy looks like...
Oh, Vermlings. That's what those are, right?
Oh, yeah. If he was on your side, he'd be super friendly and, like, nice to hang out with. But if he's not on your side, he does have a very large axe. Doesn't he look kind of nice?
Aw, he's a sweetie.
With a big axe. Giant crab.
1, 2, 5, 6. I'm going to assume there's more of these.
That looks like a cross between a spider and a crab.
Mark, have you played Sword and Sorcery? Were you asking us about that because you played it? Or were you wondering opinions on it? Polar bear, I found it.
That one's the least colorful.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry this art is hard to show you. I can't, it's going to be blurry even if I hold it up. I guess this camera would do a little bit better. But the art it's really neat. I know people like miniatures, but honestly, not having to paint all this stuff and having it be full color is pretty sweet.
And like storing, can you imagine?
Right.
That would be.
And cost. I mean, you talk about
sure.
This being a couple $100, and miniatures, it would be, $1,000. But I mean, people like miniatures. There's no doubt about that. And I think they are doing miniatures, right? That was the whole announcement. I have one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where it is. It's up here.
Is it up here or is it on your shelf downstairs?
I don't know. I think it might be next to you. I don't know.
Hello.
Lunch break. Welcome, Steve. We're unboxing and sorting Frosthaven. I guess I can't grab the box, but if you look in the corner up here where we are, it's like literally up to our eyes is how tall the box was.
Those gray Sprite things might be done with this set.
Oh, there were more of them. Yeah. Yeah, you'd start to wonder like if they're this size, are there 10 of them? But these aren't even standard sizes. Like this is smaller than this one. They literally just cut them to fit the artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good reason not get into Crisis Protocol. Makes sense. Oh, Mark says that Sword and Sorcery is on his kitchen table right now. Awesome. What do you think about Sword and Sorcery? Have you had a chance to play it yet, or it's set up and you haven't had a chance to try it out?
I don't remember that.
Oh, I was asking Mark.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it to you. To be like, it's a dungeon crawler.
What kind of
It had
characters?
D10s. And, like, did you play the elf archer that had the fox or dog? I think there's, like, an elf archer that has a dog companion that can run out ahead of them and attack. Like, I can't think of how to explain the key thing of that. Whereas if I went back and played it, then I could be like, oh, these are the key parts that you might remember.
I'm really bad at remembering things by their titles.
Yeah.
Brant
Well, Sword and Sorcery is not a very...
Show me or...
Hey, remember this title, Sword and Sorcery.
Ooh, look at this teeny tiny piece.
Whoa.
I'm glad they
Round
labeled
tracker. Yeah. Looking forward to Marvel Zombicide. Talk about minis. Yeah. I'll be playing Larry's copy of that because he backed that all in. So, of that. I did actually consider, because like Marvel United, the Marvel Zombicide, they made a box that's like in Target or Walmart or whatever for like $30. So I had considered, because that's out. Like, oh, try that. And then you just have the base part of it. But, I mean, even Marvel United isn't something that I get around to playing regularly, so. I've been doing a lot of replaying older titles, not necessarily with you.
Yeah.
We played Maracaibo recently. We really liked that one.
Oh, here's the round tracker.
Oh, nice.
And the
elements.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Up
I
here.
wonder.
The
Sorry.
camera goes.
There's this teeny tiny little piece, and it tracks the rounds.
And it was interesting because what would you say? 1 in 10 actually measured rounds?
Well, maybe this one has more.
Right, but we had the round tracker in Gloomhaven, is what I'm saying.
Did we? I don't ever even
well, there's the
remember
point,
using
right?
it.
So there was only a few that said
Right.
you have so many turns to do such and such.
So,
it was pretty rare.
this board is what I always would forget to use, or to move the elements to the right places. I wasn't good at remembering that.
Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
That's going to have to go somewhere. I didn't mean that. I meant you talking about the board. Not that you didn't remember. All right. Looking forward to Marvel's. Yeah, I definitely want to try out Marvel Zombicide, and I've heard really good things even from that base box, so I'm excited for that. They lost me. You've got to paint them. Yeah, I'm with you there, Steve. Like, I love the idea of painting them, and then I sit down and paint them, and I get through one, and it looks terrible. And oh, Spartan says, I'm shocked he talked his wife into Marvel Zombicide. Yeah, but your wife's playing a lot of games with you, Spartan, so makes sense. Spartan goes to our store. Remember I played with him that time?
Yep.
Like Clank. What are you referencing, Steve, when you say like Clank? That's why there's YouTube with great folks that talk about. Well, honestly, it's so true, right? I mean, so this is a game that Cephalofair sent to us, so we have that like benefit of having the game. But that's the whole idea, is that we can show the game to you, people that are watching, show the game off at our store, and get people to know. So before they make the purchase, they have an idea of what they're getting into, you know, and build that community around the game so that more people are talking about it. I mean, I was telling somebody, it was when I was at the store at Hex & Co., and people were asking about, there was some older gentleman at the store, and we were telling them about board games and where board games have gone. And they said, well, why do you think board games are so popular? I said, I think it's our generation who grew up playing video games. And then was like, I don't want to be in front of a screen necessarily anymore all the time. I want to interact with my friends. And I said, and the biggest thing was just the internet connecting people so they could find people that like board games. They could find out about conventions, right? I didn't know that Gen Con existed before the internet. The internet's what told me that something like that existed so I could find it and go to it. So I think that's been a big part of it.
How long
so
has
I totally agree.
Gen Con
It was
been going?
50 years in 20 whatever.
Oh, wow.
So it started in like 1969, 68, something like that is what I want to say. So a long time. I think I didn't go in 2019, 2018. I can't remember. Mark loves Sword and Sorcery. He chose it over Gloomhaven as his main fantasy game. Likes the mechanics and seemed you didn't have to dedicate as much time to it as you do for... That is definitely true. This is definitely a game. And it's honestly, it's rare for us. I think it's what makes Gloomhaven so good to me is that we want to dedicate time to it, right? For you, I think that's even more so. Like, you're like, yeah, I want to play tonight. Yeah, I want you to set up another game. Like, that is not common for you.
That is true.
So,
oh, look.
It's a big
last
part.
board.
Oh my gosh, what is it?
Looks like we got
there
a
are
boat.
27. I was right. Oh, we got a boat.
Doesn't that look like
Nice.
a boat? I think it's
We
a
can
boat.
sail out of Frosthaven. All right, these look like bosses. We never saw another one of these, huh?
Right here.
Got it.
Just kidding. This is like genie scary type. Ooh, this one's got like a really pretty background too.
Oh, that's a boss. What is that? It's like Jack and the Beanstalk.
Or a tentacle.
Yeah, no, Mark, I think it's great. I mean, I try to play a wide variety. I don't always get through campaigns and things like that, although I found that campaign pretty easy to get through. Reasonable time frame.
Sorry.
These are not going to fit. Maybe they will.
Is there a bigger?
No. Well, maybe, but...
Because there's also all those.
Oh my goodness.
That one's shiny.
Shiny. I did fit them all. Look at
Look
that.
at that.
Grab some bags. It's fun.
Is it?
It's trying to portray fun. All right, Rich Plays Board Games. Hello, this looks awesome. I am the same way. I just wanted to stop playing video games. I just wanted to be at the table. Yeah, I mean, I kind of with the Switch, I started playing games again, but I'm not there that often. Even board games allow us, like if we're watching a movie, I can keep my mind going and I can have a game there, which is a little bit not paying attention to the movie, but generally it's not too bad. I won't do that with a movie I've never seen.
Right. You prefer anything if it's with people versus by yourself.
That's true. That's a good point.
So that is why you
video games
are more board game than video game. Well, maybe not the only reason, but a big reason.
Oh yeah. I think Spartan is commenting on like why it's easier to create board games. Yeah, the printing that you can do, right, and it can look nice. Like games were always kind of stuck to only certain people could print them and they could only look so good, right? You didn't really have a lot of expectations. A bunch of squares on a board and a die. Did we use like the exact right number of baggies?
That's impressive.
Nope.
Well,
so maybe these are doubled up somewhere.
There's something
doubled up, right?
Yeah. Or like this has two things in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could put it in with something else.
Well, I think we should wait until we organize everything.
All right. Should I not put these in with anything else then?
Is that 1 through 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll just put it in just so it's in a bag. All right. Let's see what else here. Hello, Black Dog. Good afternoon. This game looks epic. Minis would put it over the top. So there are minis. There's a campaign they're going to do. They're going to launch miniatures for Gloomhaven, for Jaws of the Lion, for Forgotten Circles, which we have sitting over there, which is the little expansion. Oh! And you just threw those asunder.
They're right here.
And they're going to put miniatures on this. I mean, yeah, if you like miniatures and you want miniatures, like there's just no, right? Whereas if you don't want miniatures, you don't want to paint them, then these standees work great because they're all nicely colored. It's good paint, but they are making a whole line of miniatures. That was our announcement at PAX Unplugged last year. I was at that one they did with Our Family Plays Games and made that announcement. So that is coming to GameFound. They're going to be doing that. I don't know the date on that, but you can check that out. So there's that. All right, what do we do now with all these baggies?
I think we should put them in the top of the box.
Okay.
And then we can get them off the table.
Yeah.
Do you want to just do it like this?
Oh, no.
Oh, if you were late to the stream, this is the size of the box.
Here, hold on. Here's Kathy.
There it is. It's giant.
It's tiny. It does fit in a calyx for people who are interested about that. All right, so these are going in here. You know, it's funny, there's another pile of monsters there.
I know. Well, there might be a bag under there, too. I am not confident we bagged them with 100%.
Well, also, I didn't seal the bags.
Oh, I will not.
I was told not to. Higher ups. But then what we'll do is we'll put these little tokens in with each one. So then when you're playing them...
Put these in the box
yeah,
too.
that's fine. I'll allow it. So yeah, I'll just open these cards and figure out who everything is, but that way I won't spoil for people, like if there's boss monsters and other things. in those cards, which determine how the monsters move. I think that's a huge part of this game, right? The monster AI is just so neat. They don't say, like, they naturally will move whatever their movement is and attack for whatever their attack value is. But then they've got a set of 8 cards that give them, like, life. Like, oh, they're going to try to move to maximum range and fire at 2 people. And you start to learn, like, whoa, those enemies, we have to be careful. It's like you learn how they react. But then they do something different. They run in and explode, like, and you're like, what? That's ridiculous. Should I put them in a bag?
No, just put them with this extras.
Extras. Here.
I only have one hand.
Oh, my bad. That was rude. All right, so here's our extras. We're getting to the good stuff now, right?
I don't know what else you got over there.
Well, I got this thing, which we already showed, so I don't think this matters, right? I guess you bring the box back up.
Say what?
The box back up on the table, right? We're going to bring the box back up on the table. Okay. It doesn't weigh 36 pounds now.
Lift with your knees.
No, it doesn't weigh a lot now. It's just big.
Just don't know where to put this.
Ooh, what's that? Okay, so here's our box. Push this forward so people can see it a little bit more. Yeah, that is interesting. So if I did zoom out a little more, I have this end of the table. So this is going to hold the monster stuff. You have to like almost look there to see it.
Yeah, I can't see
can't
it from
see
where
it.
I'm sitting.
So these monster cards are going to go down here. And then these are the little placards. And the way they made these this time is they're just double-sided. So these sides all have the 10s.
That's smart.
And then these sides have the 6s on them. And then I guess there's a few here. I don't know what these are. They're a little different. So these you'll put out, and then you'll have 3 or 4 of a monster type. And that will allow you to track how much damage, or if they have any of those effects tokens, the status tokens that we have over here. So all those will go on.
Tea is very cold.
Oh, no.
That's okay.
This is all the envelopes for the characters. So these are our 6 starting characters, as I showed earlier. And then this insert in the bottom is really just to kind of keep all this stuff in place more than anything. And then you've got all the miniatures that go with them here. These are those envelopes I showed. So these are going to be, as you do the campaign, you open things, you get stickers, surprises, puzzles. Isaac likes to put puzzles in them.
I like puzzles.
These look like building cards, so I won't really show off those. These are maybe personal quests. These are just our player reference cards. Those look like personal quests. So you'll get a quest that'll say, you know, the Inox burned down. The Inox, I think, are not that bad. But, like, whatever, these people, skeletons burned down your village, you know. Go and slay 12 skeletons, and when you do, you'll retire. And all of a sudden, you'll get rid of your character and go to a new character. Mm-hmm. But you get bonuses for your next character. It's almost like your old character, like, trained your new character and then sent them out. So you're always a mercenary, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what these cards are at all. Do those look like anything we've seen before?
No.
So we'll keep that secret, because we were asked to keep things secret.
Skeleton on the back, so it probably has to do with
skeletons,
monsters, enemies.
Yeah. So I don't know if
skeletons
these lay down
are never your friends.
Stand up. Skeleton. That is true, right? Like, well, I guess if you have like a game about necromancers or something, but it doesn't feel like the skeleton. Like, there's a skeleton in front of you. Befriend it. It doesn't feel like a storyline there. All right, that's a big box, almost as big as the Everdell Collector's. Yeah, no, it's definitely up there. All right, so we're gonna open one of these.
I don't know. What do you
You're gonna open one. Who do you want to open? You got to find the rule book if you want to go back to what you want to see.
I kind of want to open one that I'm not going to play.
Okay.
Because then I can see too. Well, let's just do the
We're gonna open all the starting ones. That's a little ridiculous, right?
Yeah. I'm going to open the Banner Spear.
Okay. You will not play the Banner Spear.
Natural leader and protector with powerful attacks that require proper positioning.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
Can I have the mini?
Yep. You might change your mind.
Who can say?
The mini's double wide.
Oh.
Oh, so there are miniatures. That's actually a good point. I didn't even think about the heroes are miniatures. Good. You can hold it really close, and I'm going to put the other camera on. Nope.
Oh.
That one doesn't focus.
Ooh, he's in a little plastic. Ooh, he's very
Yeah, so they put them in
protected.
plastic to hold their...
Ooh, this one's cool.
So that they wouldn't droop.
Can you see?
Closer.
Ah.
There you go.
So, it looks like a woman. She's got a bird and a flag, a banner spear, actually.
Touche. All right, Nick says, you'll have to tell me what's better to start with, Gloomhaven or Frosthaven, and the answer is neither.
Yeah, I feel like you should pick one.
No, it's Jaws of the Lion.
Oh.
Which is called Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. But the answer... So actually, Nick, you were asking earlier, or Spartan, you were asking earlier about... Or you were talking about getting my wife to buy something that's $100 and play, yada, yada. So Jaws of the Lion is $49.99. And it's the absolute best place to start. The first 5 missions...
That's true. It's super...
Open all the rules to you. The first mission takes all of 10 minutes, 5 minutes. 5 minutes if you know the rules, 10 minutes if you're reading the rules. Then they add another set of rules and another set of rules, and by the time you get to like mission 6, they say, that's it, now you know Gloomhaven completely.
Yeah, you could play this or that. Or
It
Frosthaven, Gloomhaven.
4 heroes, you don't ever retire them, that's one thing to know. How is our audio? Is it spiked? Is it too much? And it's got branching paths. There's like 26 scenarios in there. And you branch through, so you don't necessarily do all of them, which means it's replayable. So let's say you played with 2 of them, you could go back and play the story with the other 2 and take the other paths. It's amazing. It's absolutely the best place to start to learn the game, to play the game. And now you're $50 in, and you know if you want to jump to something like this. My guess is this is going to be a little more friendly on the easing you into the game. And some of the first Gloomhaven scenario is notoriously hard and long.
I almost feel like this
and they
is
didn't
like
do that. So this is just going to be a little bit better.
Worked out, or...
Exactly. So I think that's where you're going to see this be a little better. But the best place to go is Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. You can find it at the portal. You can find it at Target. You can find it online. And it's the best place to go.
It's true.
All right, this is your moment to shine.
So it looks like there's some fun stuff in there.
I lied to you, Kathy.
What?
I didn't have the right camera.
I don't know what's happening with that.
So this is what you'll get in one of these.
So these are the cards that you play.
You can hold it to that camera,
round.
even though they can't see. Like, it's not going to zoom, but...
You can see.
Yeah, they won't be able to
so
read.
these, you'll add new cards to your hand to pick from as you level up. These are your... What is this called?
Those are the cards you level. It's like your upgrade deck.
Yeah, but these are the ones you flip when you fight.
Combat modifier deck.
Combat modifier deck. And then here's a little... Is there backstory? Oh, there's backstory of your character.
Wait, you sounded disappointed.
No, I like that there's a backstory. Actually, that's how I usually pick a character, is I read their backstory and see which one most resonates.
I understand.
Not always. So this is fun. It has
what they're good at.
What they're good at. Elemental affinities, melee, ranged, mobility, support, defense, control.
That's actually interesting because in 2-player, if we both use the same elements,
that's helpful.
It could, well, yeah. Either way, right? We could know.
Because we can put them up for each other. Yeah. Although then we'd be fighting over them. So that's true. All right. And then this is new. She's got minis, or not minis.
Oh, so they made...
Standees.
Remember how allies were numbered tokens?
Oh.
Summons and allies and stuff? Now they actually get minis.
Oh, that's so cool.
Or standees.
Yeah, I know I did the same thing. So that's fun.
And then you can see the player order token there.
It's very blurry.
Yeah, hold it down like here-ish, yeah.
So that's new. And then this is the same, or it's a little different, but it's just tracking everything for your character. And that is what is in the box for the banner spear.
So yeah, you start with one of these 6, and then as you play, you retire, and then you'll unlock. Does it tell you which ones you unlock? It does, right? When your character retires, you can pick anything that's unlocked. And often when you retire, it says open this class next, which is cool because everybody's going to open things in a different order, which is also why it's key to not spoil these characters for people, right? So there's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Why did they pick 17? Maybe it's what like fits literally in the box here.
Maybe.
But like, right, it's 6 plus 11. I don't even know where they're getting that number from. So it's interesting. So those will go in there. I'm going to turn the 6 backwards. Makes it easier for me. And then you got miniatures for all of them here. I think that's it. We have some...
Are you opening one?
Other sorting... Oh, sure. Shall I? Now I feel I would have let you. Well, yeah.
What?
I don't know.
I picked the one I
You
wanted
might be
to
the
open.
Germinate.
I don't know. It's hard to say. We'll probably open them all and look at them and
Yeah,
then
that's
decide.
true. Let's open the Deathwalker.
Yeah, I was thinking that one looks kind of cool. Manipulator of dead spirits who uses death as fuel for their abilities.
Aw, that's so cute.
It's wholesome.
Yeah, your mileage will vary on kid-friendly. Our daughter's older, and we just found like the story, and the other one was a lot of gore and blood, but it wasn't over the top. It just wasn't something that
oozing, like gross.
Right. You got yours open, huh? Well, I destroyed the box.
Just destroy the box?
Yeah. All right, here's mine.
They all have their own symbol too. I don't know if you can see them, but
I'm gonna try here because it's gonna be blurry, but they can at least see what that is. So it's holding a little skull staff. It doesn't really work there. It'll be nice. All right, there you go. That's as far forward as I can reach. Little staff of some sort there, though, which is cool.
Yep.
A death staff? I don't know.
Probably. Looks like it has snakes on it.
Snakes on a staff. Looks like some summons, and then I've got tokens here we've not seen before.
Yeah.
Oh, other camera. It's okay. Only messed up at the beginning. So we got these tokens. These look like some summons that we'll have. And these tokens are just to track, like your cards will say, oh, you get 3 uses. And then you can put these on there to get the uses and track what you're getting. Did you talk about the perks on this side?
Oh, not really.
So on the side of the sheet, every character has their own unique perks that they can gain. So as you get these little check marks for doing various achievements, then you'll be able, and every time you level up, you'll be able to get another perk, which means you add and or subtract a card from your deck. So you might take out a -2 and put in 2 +1s. So you're going to know when you flip stuff, you're going to get better things in there. Oops, there's more in here. Here's my character cards. I kind of have this dark symbol, and then this is my deck of upgrades. So these are just the modifiers. The regular deck of cards. Everybody has the basic ones. Right. So these are just the modifier ones. As you upgrade, which is also neat because there's cards that say, like, when you get this, it rolls. So it'll be like, oh, deal an additional damage and draw another card. Mm-hmm. Right? It'll give you your modifier. There's that character board. Yeah, and now with the dials, they got rid of the health and everything on there.
Her stats look pretty different.
Her stats. Oh, on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very low support. She's very high ranged and melee.
Interesting.
And mobility. Not a lot of control, not a lot of defense, not a lot of support.
So the banner spear, they seemed more equally spread.
Which
so
is
that's
where the low complexity
is coming in.
This character's going to want to deal damage and move around and not help other people. Valrath Deathwalker. That's another cool part about Gloomhaven is they made like character factions or classes or whatever they are, right? Like all this stuff is unique. Like there's so many classes of characters. It's not
there's different
Bard
races
and Ranger,
and
yeah, and then there's Valrath and what are they? Vermlings and Inox, like all this stuff that they made up. Nice. Oh wow, and it tells you class notes on here. So that's good. If you didn't get the notes from class, they're right here for you. But it tells you about your character, which the other ones had like that little chart about if you rest and all that kind of stuff,
right.
which isn't here. Oh,
that's on the other side.
The big difference is that they
no,
went to a lot of iconography.
Okay.
So when you see the cards, there's a lot less text and a lot more icons, which could be tough, right? You're trying to learn a game. But of course, a game like this that you're going to play a lot, presumably. I mean, if you're going to get this game and play it 3 times and not remember the icons, it's kind of on you, right? Like, this game isn't asking you to do
and
that.
also, it seems like they have all of the icons right here on this, as well as rules reference. Like, that's really nice. It says, target, go to page 21 to, like, look up that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so it'll give you all where to go into the rules. That is really good. I'm super glad you noticed that. I think that's it.
Yep.
You said how long are we going to be? 1 hour and 40 minutes.
It hasn't been that long.
Right? Didn't we start before 11?
Yeah, I didn't even...
See, you were just enjoying your cold tea. Talking to all your newfound friends on the internet. And opening a game, so... There you go. There's that sorted. I'm hiding here. I'm trying to get this back together.
I'm excited to play it now.
I know. Now opening it, I'm like, let's go! I'm ready. So we'll have to get this out to you as we can. We'll let you know. You'll see dates for things on the channel. If you have questions, please, 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 by all means, ask them. You can ask them now if you're live with us. If you're watching this afterward, just put them in the comments, and I will get to them as I can. Thank you, everybody, for for subscribing to our channel. We have 1,000 subscribers, so that's been really cool.
Don't push it further that way, because there's tokens on the other side.
Yeah, okay. Here's the sides of the box, as well as with the maps and everything. Yeah, I don't know what people can look forward to on the channel. Oh. Sorry, obviously this, I'm trying to think of this week, sorry. We're going to play Champions, Mojo, and Mojo Mania. Not Kathy, she doesn't play Champions. But Steve and Brian and I sometime this week, so you can look for that this week. I'm actually just do some Champions plays, because I've been looking forward to that. It completely hides me, I know, right? If I sit like this, I'm gone. But this will definitely be coming out after Thanksgiving when we get a chance that we can cover that and do some content and whatnot. We're allowed to post pictures and things, but I feel like an unboxing video is pretty thorough, so we'll have to see. So I think that's it.
There you go.
I actually don't have too much of a plan. I am filming my top 10 games of 2022 this week. And then, we'll be at PAX Unplugged.
Oh, yeah.
Kathy will be at PAX Unplugged. It's my favorite convention of the year. It has nothing to do with the convention. It's because Kathy goes. And she laughs every time. She's like, that makes it your favorite? I'm like, absolutely. But it's like you mentioned before. People, right?
It's true.
So when I have my favorite person with me, it's my favorite convention. It's that simple. So, yeah, if you'll be in Philadelphia, December 2nd.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we'll be down there Thursday. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Find us. We're going to work at the Dice Tower booth, so you can find us there as well. I think mostly on Friday is when we'll be at the Dice Tower booth, so other days we may not be there. And yeah, we'll be at PAX Unplugged, so that's that. I think that's it. You got anything else? We can go on a little longer.
I'm good.
All right, I think it's lunchtime. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for the unboxing and sorting of Frosthaven. It was just a short video. Sorry, that's all we had for you today. But until next time, I'm the Brandt.
And I am Kathy.
And we hope you step into the portal. Bye. Have a good one. Nick says his wife